Welcome to the morning show. Hey, to the morning show, baby. Listen to me, everybody. Hey, everybody that's driving to their destination. Today is Thursday. Brandon, Fred, Jizzle is in the building this morning, my people. But for everybody that's driving on the highway, I want y'all to tune in. We're going to talk about something that got to make some goddamn sense. Welcome to the morning show. B Jizzle in the building. Everybody on the highways, the byways, the triways, jumping into the flyways. Please be safe on your destination. Like I always say, baby, there's somebody somewhere out there who loves you. We have a letter. B Jizzle on a hot drizzle. I said, boy, we got a letter. Woo! What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, it is. We got a letter, man. What's good with y'all, everybody? Top of the morning. On the top of the morning.
Top of the morning, baby. We got a letter. Eyes, we has one. But we want to talk about this word. What is called? Exclusive? Something like that.
Exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Exclusive.
Think about that word, Brandon Fred Jones. Jizzle.
I have that your word used in my rendezvous once or twice.
Mm-hmm. You have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. What you think about the word Brandon Fred Jones? You know, what you did you think it's a good word, or you think it's a word that people just use lightly? Do people really know the meaning of the word? Do the word really come from something that actually positive? Baby,
I think people know what it is, but it's used improperly.
Okay.
It's used before all the things that are necessary for it to be used in. Like, it's a security blanket for a lot of ladies.
Women.
It's to help it's to deal with their insecurities or deal with their level of the emotions. To transfer, I want to be this.
Right.
However, it's used out of context. It's used to make her feel comfortable versus the conditions. Meaning, like, I want somebody to be exclusive and y'all just dating. Well, that's not a place where you need to be comfortable in.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not somebody's responsibility to make you comfortable in a dating situation. Now, maybe if you're their spouse, y'all living together, you got some children together.
That's different.
That's different, right? That's when you start creating some levels of comfort. But when you're just dating, my responsibility is not to make you comfortable. Your responsibility is to live in the uncomfortableness so you can get a comfortable place, right? So they exclusive out there. I want to become exclusive. I ain't here to become exclusive to you. I ain't make no vows. I ain't make you no spouse. I
don't know you yet. I'm still trying to learn you, baby.
Oh, I haven't made the obligation or agreement to be with you. Meaning that I ain't preparing myself to live with you. I ain't preparing to be a parent with you. I ain't preparing to be a spouse for you. So that's
not where you at. That's not where you at.
So why are we trying to be exclusive here? Right?
Yeah.
So I think that the word is valuable. I believe everyone knows what it means, but it's used out of turn. Used to create a high level of comfort versus being used properly. Now, I think when you use it properly, I think that follows.
So let me ask you this question: when should a man, or matter of fact, scratch that. When should a woman feel the need to ask a man to become exclusive with her? You know what I mean?
When she's prepared herself to be the mother of his kids, and she's prepared herself to be his spouse.
Okay, hold up. Family?
Yes.
Right. Hold up. Like family is the priority.
Yes.
From a man perspective, this is what we doing, people. Welcome to the morning show now. All right? From a man perspective, okay? Family is priority. Am I right? Okay.
Correct.
What else?
When she prepares herself to be his spouse, meaning that she's ready to go on that journey. I'm not saying that you're already married, but she's prepared herself. The belief mentally, the belief that I'm ready for this.
Okay. Now, how'd she do that?
Well,
How you understand the sign? How can you identify yourself that woman is ready for exclusiveness from you?
because it's what she does for you, not with
Okay.
you. Example, what she does with you is just go to a concert.
Okay.
We can go to a concert. That's doing something with somebody, right? An event, right? When she does something for you, she's preparing herself to do something that you don't have to reciprocate. Example, let's just say that she irons your clothes to go to work.
Okay.
Right? But you don't have to iron her clothes for her to go to work. She makes breakfast, and whether it's containers, whether it's some small, here you go. You need this for work, but you don't have to do that for her.
Okay, now hold up. So basically, a woman who places herself in the position in your life,
yes,
okay, to
you
become what you need.
Yes,
right?
She made you priority.
Right. The focus and attention is on you. Because you the head that leads the relationship.
Correct.
Right. And her reciprocation from that is for you to do the thing that you need to do.
Correct.
Right? Stand on business, baby.
That's
right?
It. Yes.
And that means that you take care of her. So that's not a slavery mentality, what I'm trying to say.
Correct. But it's the thing that she does, the thing that she does for you, you don't have to reciprocate in the same form. Like women use the term, I'm a support my man. Well, a man has to support you too. That's Chapatulas. I'm not talking about Chop. I'm talking about Karan Delet.
Whoa, baby. One-way street, baby. Chapatulas is two. Right? Karan Delet, one way.
Yeah, I'm going to love my man. Well, he got to love you too. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the thing that you do for him that he don't have to do to you in the same form. So that's somebody who's preparing themselves to be your spouse.
Right.
Thing is not something that she's doing for everybody. This is what she does for you.
And so it has to be exclusively different for you too.
For you.
All right. So the word exclusive, right, means that this woman got to do exclusive things for you that she haven't done or not willing to do for a man previous before you,
or just anybody in life at that moment. Like for example, I always use the example of she irons his clothes because she's not ironing everybody's clothes.
Right. Because that's a direct thing from you to her.
Thing.
You see, there's no in between that. Okay, correct. So family and the woman standing on business. In other words, is she is looking out for the well-being of the guy who's her king. Right?
Yeah.
Placing herself in situations, not looking for reciprocation from it, just not doing something just because you're looking for him to do something back for you.
No, that's just what she does.
All right. Okay. You got a third one?
Well, last but not least, she's gonna save him time and money.
Now women ain't gonna like this, Brandon.
You can do
save your money, B Jizzle. What we doing, B Jizzle? I'm just trying to save.
Well, let's look at it this way, right? Well, she's hey, listen. When I say save him time and money, she's about to take something off his plate. Something that he's accustomed to doing, she about to take off. Example, when it comes down to the food, right? Let's say he cooks for himself, and let's say he prepares his own meal. Meaning he go buy the food, and let's just say he also prepares the food. One of these things, she about to take off his plate.
Willingly. Now hold up.
Voluntarily.
All right. So here's the deal. Let's just get this shit straight right now, B Jizzle. All right? Because if a man have to keep on telling you to do the things that he think you should do and you don't do, then that's not signs of an exclusive woman. Okay?
Correct.
All right. So she needs to be able to read his vibration.
Yeah. I'm a big believer. In order for her to ask for exclusiveness, she has to be preparing herself exclusively
to be with you.
So
doing things, something about this situation. Now here's the deal. Why I see a lot of women is not deserving of being exclusive. Okay? Right? Because a lot don't believe in working on themselves, B.
No, they work on themselves, but they work on themselves to be selfish, not selfless.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. They don't transfer that energy that how they want themselves to be treated. Right. To make sure that person be treated the same way. It's more of a leverage game. Well, I'm
Right.
just saying, selling you something, buying into something, then you get the prize and be like, it's empty.
Right.
You see? So a lot of times in relationships, this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We look at this situation as a man as a red flag.
Well, yeah.
You see? And that'll stop us from doing any and everything. It doesn't matter what we done before. But from that moment on, when you understand what it is,
that's not as important as they may think.
right, right,
Um,
right.
Because the thing that in that case, what she done for me is something that she's done for another in her past, and
Right.
it's something she will do for somebody in her future if we don't work out. So it's nothing that is unique or special because it's something that you're gonna do for any man that's in your that you're active with.
Right. So you don't. So that's not exclusive at all. So I guess my question to you.
What she's giving you is not exclusive. Now she may put you in her blender and make you try to conform to believing that what she's doing is something unique for you, but in reality,
Right.
she's done that in her past and she'll do it in her future for a different man.
So that's not married. That's not a woman you should be exclusive with.
You shouldn't consider it now. There are you can still I wouldn't consider that. No. Now, if you that man, and a lot of men are very hypnotized by a woman's beauty, meaning this might be the most attractive woman he's ever been involved with.
Okay,
right?
That changes the narrative.
The narrative for a lot of men, especially they're not used to being involved with a very attractive women who are beautiful and women with very petite and certain bodies, right?
Right.
Some men, this is their first experience with this in their life. Yeah, consider it an exclusive certain deal because they're not accustomed to dealing with attractive women.
Right. So, and that goes back to the 4 out of 6 men who not getting no action in a whole year.
Yeah, then all of a sudden he gets this attractive woman who's doing these little things, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna just go be exclusive because this is what it solves her insecurities." And
so more desperation than anything.
It's just what he's not used to experiencing.
Because now he's trying to suck it all up because he don't know the next time that this situation may come across.
He'll get an attractive woman.
He's so used to being with women that's not attractive like this.
Yes.
So that make men stand outside of business too. I mean, at the end, because that make them make decisions based on.
It's no different from a woman. It's no different from a woman who can't speak past her own circumstance. It's the same effect. Same effect. A woman who can't speak past circumstances no different from a man who can't speak past the effect of a beautiful woman with a very figuratively body.
Right.
If he's not accustomed to that, then he can't speak past that because this is all new to him. I've been with let's say he's been with 25 different women, but out of 2 of them met that caliber, right? And it's like, what? Like what? You know what I mean? It's like he's not accustomed to this. That's why you see pro athletes always deal with a lot of times attractive women, but they throw them off to the wayside because when they've been with attractive women because of their means and resources, with out of 20 women, all 20 were attractive. So when 21 comes along, he's like,
this is just another thing.
It's just another thing, right?
I'm glad you look good, but man, I done had many before.
I didn't have many attractive women before. You're not gonna be the first one. You're not gonna be the last one, right? So let
me ask you this question, right? Well, first of all, let me read this question there. It's the small things that lets the man know he is important. Miss Hill, baby, good morning. Central Marie, baby, good morning.
I agree with that.
You agree with that? It's the small things that lets a man know he is important. You see? It's not the big things. And that's a fact, Miss Hill. People think you got to do all this glamorous shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? For a person to see you. No. Because you're doing that for me to see you. That's why you did it so big. Right? But see, it's the small things.
It's like making a man a plate. It's like knowing that if dinner was cooked, that he's never going to make his plate,
right?
He make my plate. Now, if he wants to, great,
that's cool,
but he don't have to. Now, on my end, it is my responsibility to get his plate. It has something that she does for you that you do not have to do for her, and that's how I tell you. You have to figure that part out. If you're involved with a woman and there's nothing that she does for you that you don't have to do for her, throw this whole exclusive thing out of the window.
Because it's actually on you. It's not exclusive.
It's on you. So what's ever gonna go on is on you anyway.
Baby.
It's on you.
It's on you.
So why are you trying to be exclusive on something that has to be on you? Why? Why? And more importantly, I'm gonna say something. Let's just dig it in. Let's
get that B Jizzle.
It's my body.
It's my body. Okay.
It's my body.
Ooh, child.
Just like women feel as if it's her body when it comes to abortion. Right? It's her body. If you don't want to go through with this pregnancy,
choice.
It's her choice. It's my choice. It's my body. And I know what you ladies are thinking. Well, it's my choice to go be with another man too. That is your choice. You know the consequences of that.
Right.
You know that you can't be my woman and be his woman too. So we ain't about to
play like that.
We ain't about to play like that. That's a universal norm. We're not to play with you like that.
No, we're not. Hashtag exclusive.
So now here's the deal. It's my body, my choice. If I choose to be exclusive with you, it's my choice. It's my deal. It's my body.
Because you have a relationship to give. Would you say
you don't have one to give me? And let me break it down to y'all a little further about the fact that you don't have a relationship to give.
Milk and cookies.
Them little milk.
Baby.
You can go mate with a man right now tomorrow. And y'all can have photographs and pictures of each other. Right? Or better yet, you can be mate with a man right now. And you can always advertise yourself as a woman that says, I'm this, I'm that, I got these qualities, whatever how you promote who you think you are. Why didn't he sign up yet?
He not the right guy. They can say he not the right one.
He's not the right. I never met the right guy yet. Oh, so you sleeping with the wrong guy.
I see pause. And they don't think that shit makes sense right now. Right? That part right there, Jizzle. Right? They don't think that part there makes sense.
Right.
So who sleeps with somebody that's not the right one in their life?
Yeah, and then says, well, I have all these qualities, I have all these things. Well, good. Well, who? At some point in time, they got to bear fruit. At some point in time,
you're not using them qualities against this guy. That's not no good. What quality that is?
Why hasn't he accepted your offer yet? You're mating with him.
You're mating with him.
Agreed to this yet?
Why
have you posted tomorrow? He gonna ask you what you doing. Why don't you take that down? Right? Why can't you do? Because you don't have one to give. Now, I flip this. If you and I are mating as a male, me and her are mating, and if I post, she's not gonna be bothered about that. Why? Because she's already started the process of being active with me sexually. Not gonna be a problem if I share with the world that I was at an event or doing things with her or for her. She's not gonna be bothered by that because I have a relationship to offer and for one her to accept. Because she already knows that she already started having sex with me. So it doesn't matter if I advertise her. She's gonna feel like, okay, we're getting here because I have one to give. It's on me anyway.
Right.
She could do the same thing, reciprocation. I'll be like, well, hold on.
So this is exclusive.
Yes. So when it comes back to double back, when it comes to exclusion, I say it's my body, it's my choice. I get to choose how many different women I want to be with when I'm not married to a woman.
I'm not obligated.
I'm not underneath your consequence, responsibility, obligation, consequence, or condition.
Now pause. Stay right there. Because see, now that brings me to the letter. B Jizzle, that brings me to the letter. We are not intimate. We haven't crossed the bridge on the other side.
Okay.
All right. Now pay attention, people. We got to make this shit make sense. Listen to me, my people out there. We have a letter today, baby. Make it make sense, people. Here's the deal. When to be exclusive. We got to talk about this right now. We got to make
Okay.
this shit make sense.
Okay.
All right, B? Now listen to me. We're just going to skip that first part. Bang. We've had about 1-2 dates a week. 1 or 2 dates a week, right? Coming to around 8, I believe. Haven't had sex. We both say in our profile we're looking for a long-term relationship, and we both voice that we are not about hookup culture. Okay?
Okay.
So they both supposed to be on the same page.
Gotcha.
We need to see when the page don't get turned. Welcome to the Barber Show, people. Let's continue. I'm getting anxious. The further I drive into this, because I'm gaining feelings and have several fear of abandonment. Now listen, I have several fears of abandonment.
Wow. Okay.
Sound like a little trauma.
Yes. Therapist.
Already. Something happened.
Therapist.
That's what that means, baby. Welcome to the morning show. All right? I'm paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking less and we're talking less, all right? And has less enthusiastics about seeing me.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's in my head. Maybe she's just thinking this. I can't stop worrying that he's seeing someone else. The insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
All right? We met on Tinder, Hinge. Now, Brandon B. Jizzle. Brandon B. Jizzle, welcome to the Barber Show. I will start right there. We gonna finish it. I'm just saying, they met on Tinder and Hinge. My brother, do you know anything about these sites, B. Jizzle? Anything?
I'm gonna say this because I mean this with all disrespect possible. Ladies, and I say that's mean this with all disrespect. I mean, I want you to take this in the most disgusting, frustrating. You could dislike me. I mean it.
Brace yourself, people.
If I met you on a free dating app, you ain't the one.
Say it again, B. Jizzle.
If I met you for the first time in my life from a free dating app, you ain't the one.
You ain't the one. Listen to me. We got to make this shit make sense. You ain't the one. Now, B. Jizzle, listen to me, my people. Look like we got a little disconnection, but that's okay. He be back in the studio real soon, right? If you meet a person on a certain type of date site, I got to be honest with you, baby, right now. It's only so far that you look at this situation as something that's important to you, okay? Or how it's going to be. B. Jizzle, you're back in the building?
Back in the building.
All right. My people, B. Jizzle back in the building. Let's continue this here. Now, what you were saying about the Hinge situation, a free dating site?
If it's Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, Facebook dating, what if it's free? You ain't the one. You're not about to get a relationship. I mean,
why she not the one? Because many women think they just can go on these sites and find the one. So why a free site ain't the one? Explain that.
Because there was it took nothing to meet you.
No effort.
No effort, and it was
cost
not
you anything.
Organic. And it was not organic, meaning that you and I were not crossing paths. Meaning that my direction was going one way, and going another way, right? And the only way we was able to cross paths was because of this. So that means naturally I was already going right and you was already going left.
From the start.
Okay.
Right? I got you. I feel like
for the first time, why should I stop talking and communicate with other people just because I met you? Now, it's different when you and I were both paying for the site. Because the payment is an investment of I'm looking.
That is. So hold up. Are you invested?
Yes.
Into your dating world?
It was free, right? So if it was free, why would I look for my spouse, the woman in my life, and this was free? Right? Now, if it's all was free and we could all find our spouses from a free dating app, then why do they have why do they have relationship coaches?
Exactly.
Why do they even exist?
Right.
Why
Right.
are people spending thousands of dollars to find because they're looking for a certain person.
Yep.
And men and women included, they spend money on relationship coaches or a matchmaker, right?
Yes. Yes.
So why the need for a matchmaker if we could just find our spouse free?
Right. 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 Right.
So if you meet her from a free dating app, yes, she is not it.
Okay, so let me say this, yeah. If basically what you're saying is, if you can't invest in something that's supposed to be so important to you for
To
your
you.
future, you see, you is really delusional thinking that I'm gonna see it a different way. If that's what you're saying.
Yes, because if you're
Because if you really want anything of any quality, we pay for that. Is that right?
yes, that's not free no more.
Right. So if you respect quality, right? I'm just saying.
Yes.
Now we understand everything possible. There's possibilities.
Right.
Right? But what's the what?
Probability.
The probability of that happening. So you put yourself on a site where the probability is high that you pay for to connect with somebody.
Right. Because what happens is you're trying to funnel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, right? If you had a matchmaker, right? Isn't it natural to say that you are looking for a guy with a lot of means, resources, protecting? You're looking for a certain select men.
Yes.
Right? But the reason why you're not paying for that is because you're not the woman that they will want to pick from. So you think you're just blowing your money. Right? You know this. Those select group of men have very little time to date.
Yes.
So
time is money.
Yes. Time is of the essence. Time is resourceful, right? So they know that they're here. When those men are on those same matchmakers, they're looking for a small select group of women. You're funneling people out, right?
Mm-hmm.
On a free dating app, it funnels nobody out.
So let me get this straight.
If that makes sense.
Basically, indirectly, people who are on these sites, tell me if I'm right or wrong, people who are on these sites all the time, right, who don't invest in anything, they shouldn't expect anything more.
No, because it funnels nobody out.
So that means everybody, so let me get this right. That means everybody qualifies.
Yes.
That's it. And there's nothing in the world where quality takes its place, where nobody. Say it again.
When everybody qualifies, there's no such thing as quality.
That's a fact, though, baby.
You get what I'm saying? So it's quantity. So if you're on a free dating app, it's about quantity. It's about getting hundreds and thousands of users and subscribers,
but not quality.
Not so.
Because quality come with $1. Make it make sense.
So why would I
take you serious?
Dating app, looking for my spouse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can just go. There's nothing different than me going out to a regular event, local bar, and just meeting her organically. Because we're already crossing paths. I'm going to a place that I go to. She's at a place that I go to. We cross paths.
Right.
Now, I could just meet her there.
No, I get it. So now I understand that site situation. So if you ain't spending no money on a guy and he ain't spending no money on you, then they're not investing in nothing serious. This is a turn situation, not a term that they're looking for.
Yes.
Okay, let me finish that. Make sense, B?
Yeah.
Okay, both accounts are still up. I personally am not the type. Exactly, huh? Both accounts is up, B. B say exactly. What? I'm personally not the type, all right? A person that can talk to multiple people at once. When I decide I'm invested in someone, I know not everyone is the same, but that just stuck. That just sucks. Thinking about us going on our 10th date or whatever while he's still seeing other girls the next day. I want to have, you know, cookies
Yeah.
with him, but I gain an emotional attachment every after sex. I am
Mm.
really prefer to do it with someone that I'm exclusive with and will stick around. I voiced the sex thing a little bit, but we never had a full in-person conversation about this. Am I wondering how to execute
Execute.
it? Is it too soon to be spilling all of this to him? Pressure.
To scare him off.
Mhm.
Well, it's going to scare him off when you're trying to trade sex for exclusiveness. Yes, it should.
Because it is. But,
It,
but but let's be honest though, you are doing that. That's what she's doing.
and you're trying to trade sex for exclusiveness. Now,
Because you on a 10th date. Listen
well,
to me.
here's the questions. You ready?
Mhm.
Question one is, if you're going to do that, I mean this with all disrespect possible, ladies, you better be under 25. You better be under 25.
Why 25?
Because there's not a certain level of experience and there's youth still in your side.
Mhm.
You're going to leverage something. I'd rather you leverage youth, not body and beauty.
Mhm. Mhm.
That means you can still have his children. You can be shaped to be molded to what he's looking for. There's things about you that the experiences that you don't have yet.
Right.
That can be shaped and molded for the things that you say you want. You can be shaped and molded to what he also is looking for. Ladies, if you're in that duration between 26 through 35, like the late Kevin Samuels said, you're in the danger zone. You got to get focused like a laser. Yeah, you got to get focused like a laser, and you got to really start to, take this matter serious. Especially if you're a mother already with someone else's kids, you got to start taking this part very serious. But if you're older than 35, it's no man's land. At the end of the day, you can throw this whole idea away.
Yeah. Yeah.
No man trying to understand this. You can't present this. You're not even a turn off anymore. It's just a turn down.
Right.
And so, and when you're in the danger zone, it could be a turn off. But when you're older than 35, it's a turn down. Because now you're bringing too many experiences here, and now you're not going to leverage sex. You're not about to leverage none of this.
So here's the problem why some women are successful. I want to say it too. Why some women are successful with some men over the age of 35. Okay, because their experience haven't taught them better. You see,
right?
When men who have worked on themselves being their best,
yes,
right, they find a way to eliminate all the foolishness of society by creating this world. You see,
right.
And that world comes with them standing on business, like my Uncle Red Pill, just a red pill world. You got that?
Yeah.
We want black or white. We don't do gray.
We do gray.
Gray is something that makes everybody in the situation be right. And there's got to be a right and a wrong in life.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't do gray. But a lot of relationships want gray to live.
Yeah.
So they can reap the benefits when the time comes up. They can play that card. You see?
Right?
But that's an indication to us that you're not ready for a relationship. But so like in this letter, right? She wants to be exclusive.
Yes.
But yet, right, you're not doing exclusive things.
Yeah, she hasn't expressed anything that she done exclusive for the guy, but want exclusivity from the guy because she's gonna have sex with, because she prefers to have sex with him now. That don't command exclusiveness.
So Brandon, a lot of women think this way, right? A lot of women, their milk and cookies is their leverage.
Yes.
All right. That's the thing they hold dear to their heart. Now, one would say, if a woman really leads with that, that's probably all they got to offer. I was just saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
One time I'm measuring how good it is and how good it ain't now. Let's talk about this performance you got or don't got.
So this is like the 8 to 10 date. Now, I'm just serious. Now let me read the rest of it because I did. That's a lot of dates, right? But my thing is, right? This is it. I've seen this man for 6 weeks, 8 dates or so. Should I have a conversation with him regarding if he's seen other women before having sex with me?
But first and foremost, I think she shouldn't. And let me tell you why. This is why it would turn him off or scare him off, in her words.
Now, remember, this is 6 weeks, so that's a month and a half, basically.
It's a month and a half, folks. We're talking about past 45 days now.
Mm-hmm.
Approaching 50, getting close to 50.
Mm-hmm.
This is why it should scare him off.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not a grown woman.
Uh-oh. What you mean she ain't a grown B? Just
First of all, no grown woman is going to wait 6 weeks to have the conversation about intimacy.
So when you think it's time for a woman to have that conversation about intimacy?
Early.
Like in the beginning?
One weekend.
Okay, so because at the end of the day, we know why we on these sites.
We know why we're here.
That's it. Speaking
Grown woman. So it
You
should
see?
scare him off because now he's been indulging in this.
Mhm.
He's been indulging in the woman who's a young adult. She might be a grown woman age-wise and physically, but behavior, that's a young woman. She's not a grown woman with these thoughts and this mentality. That's not a grown woman. A grown woman gonna address these intimacy thing early. It doesn't execute on it early.
Right.
But it
needs to be up on the table.
The conversation would have been had.
And so basically, it takes a month and a half to get somewhere where you know you already been at many times, multiple before him. Is that correct, B. Jizzle?
Yeah, like you know he's a man.
She's trying to sell something new. Listen to me.
You know he's a man, and you know he's not gay. So
and you know he's interested in you, and you know what you're doing. So am I right? Is he right or is he wrong? All right. When she said, "I'm paranoid," we're talking less. He's not talking to her no more like talking about. All right, like they was before, because it's some 45 days later, baby.
Yeah.
Everything some kind of way got to progress to be something different. Or if it's gonna stay the same, then what we doing?
That's
old news.
That's old news.
You see, right? And so she said, "I'm paranoid. We're talking less, and has less enthusiastic about seeing me." Now it sounds like in this letter.
Well, hold on. Who's sponsoring that? Who's sponsoring? I'm gonna be less enthusiastic about seeing if you putting up the dollar. But it's
we know. But
seeing you because you're not putting up no money.
Okay, so let me. That's right. And we were going on all.
It's free. You met him on a free dating app. All this mentality is free.
But them 8 dates to 10 dates ain't free.
See?
No, we're gonna talk about it though. And see. So now he's really more invested than you.
Yeah. See? And what does he get in exchange?
Welcome to the morning show.
Besides your attention. What else
right? So he already know what that attention about. He been on 8 to 10 dates.
You have
45 days.
You have nothing else to enthusiasm about. You're gonna become a clown, you're gonna become a circus, you're gonna dance around, what you gonna do?
So right.
We're gonna get to know each other some more. Oh, really? No, we're not.
So let me ask you something, Brandon. After 4 dates, I'm just saying, I don't know if that's a high number, but I'm just gonna take. Yeah, okay. Let's just say 3 dates. Let's do the 3 strike rule.
Okay.
All right. Let's say the 3 strike rule. Right. The 3 strike rule. You should have already been.
Out.
You should have knocked that out the park or whatever.
Out.
Not intimate, but some kind of way this conversation should have took place, baby.
Yeah.
All right. The fact that it took, this is what I'm saying, 8 dates to get here. When we know the reason why we are on a site in the first place, right?
He's been more than a gentleman.
He's past a gentleman. So now,
problem.
Yeah, and that's a problem. He's considered a good guy.
Yeah.
Right? Good guy. Right. So because when you're talking about 10 dates, and then you talking about now I'm interested, I bet you is.
I bet you are.
The hell? He done did all this shit.
All this stuff. And you know you can't find another. Because everybody else that you talked to were out within a week.
That's it.
And in bunk camp. So there's nobody else in this circle. And then she uses the words of like, when I get exclusive, somebody, I can't really deal with 2 different people. But you could barely deal with one because nobody's talking to you.
That's true. That's why you need these 8 goddamn dates.
And when you try to at all, but he gone too. Let me try to bring the conversation up, and let me try to do these things with him. Ain't nobody else talking to you. See, this is the delusion. This is why they all boomerang, fellas.
That's it. They come back.
They come back.
They come back. What you say, B?
Nobody talking to her with this foolishness. Nobody's in her DMs. Nobody's texting her. No one's checking on her to see how her day coming. No mails, at least, right? Besides relatives and family.
That don't count.
That don't count, right? So no one's here. And she uses the words of, like, when she gets exclusive, so when she start the process, she can't really deal with two people. And she wants to, no.
She's still leveraging her body.
Yeah, baby girl. And see, you're still leveraging your body trying to
get. And you know how I know you're leveraging your body, baby? Because it took 8 damn dates.
8 damn dates to try
just to have a conversation to get somewhere where we should have already started. Because a man attraction is the first thing that he sees.
It's visual.
And the fact that it took us 6 weeks, right, to address the reason why I'm attracted to you.
It's crazy.
It's mind-boggling. Make it make sense, people. You see?
I'll add to that before you get off that subject. Let me ask you a question. If you'd have just volunteered the 9th date, the 10th date with the same enthusiasm the first 2, she wouldn't even have this letter. She still kept perpetrating what she's been perpetrating. She's only stopping to look at it because his attention and effort for this, he's falling back.
Right.
It goes back to his body, his choice. Right. He's choosing to do what's in the best interest of him, which is to communicate with others. Right? Be talking less, because he's talking to others.
Right, but that's the reason why, and he have to do that. So my question to you is, when should a man stop this? Right? How many dates should a man go on for those who gonna go on dates? Right? How many dates? Right? From your perspective to women that they need to take in consideration. All right, of not adding nothing more to the situation. If you get what I'm saying, right? Because if I'm putting out, right, what are you putting out at the same time, right? What energy that you're giving? What are you doing to keep me there after 8 damn dates? That's what I'm basically trying to say.
Well, what are you doing as a woman to want me to delete this app and me to take this profile down? And the answer
she brought that up.
Yeah, and the answer is right now, nothing. Because once she hasn't deleted her, she said both our profiles are so you haven't taken yours down either.
Yeah, but she wanted both ways.
Karan de let.
Karan de let be. Because if I make a statement about his profile up and both our profiles up, you basically saying yours is only up right now because his is still up.
Yeah, once you just
close yours and see if he close his. No, that ain't what we're gonna do.
Exactly.
You know?
So this is what I'm talking about. This is a young woman's behavior.
But I bet it's an older woman.
But I bet this is an older woman writing this.
Yeah.
And
you know why?
Comes in that.
Let me tell you what makes her old, B. There's one line in his letter, baby. Told me our age. See this right here? When I decide, matter of fact, I'm personally am not the type of person that can talk to multiple people at once.
Oh, yeah, she gave it away. She over 35.
Listen to me. And when I decide,
see, when I
decide, baby, I'm interested. I'm interested in someone. I know not every person is the same, but that just sucks thinking about us going on to 10th date. See, she's still leveraging.
Listen, this sounds like a cougar stratosphere.
It's it, man.
Talking, dog. And this is you ready for this?
Cougar stratosphere, huh?
Goddamn cougar. That's the problem. You ladies need to become leopards. Need some spots. Need some stripes.
Yeah.
Nobody care about you,
baby. You so dumb, man.
So
no, but for real.
No, I'm telling you what it is. So
Mhm.
you know what this is the part that stings. You ready for it, ladies? It's gonna sting. And I ain't talking about no little bumblebee sting. This is like a wasp. Okay, the biggest thing. She's talking to somebody of her peers.
Yeah.
Men do not, especially men 35 and older, ladies. I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. You gotta take this one in because I mean this with respect. Yes, so 25 Cougarville is listen, it's Cougarville if he 15.
Sandra, I say so. 25 is Cougarville. Let me tell you what 25 is.
In the beginning, she said 25 year female seen at 26 male for at least 6 weeks. But I think that's a story, but that's no here nor there. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? If a woman, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if a woman, right, wants to do these things, right, she needs to be ready. She can't. At some point in time, she can't be patient about this no more. You get what I'm saying?
So how many 25-year-old women you know, Brandon? Would you say that again?
She can't be patient with a man of her peers. Like y'all are in the same wavelength, meaning that in terms of the information, the knowledge, you get what I'm saying? The things that influences y'all, it's the same things. The media, the music,
right.
Maybe even it could be military, it could be ministry, right? The thing that influence y'all in the same age of influences. So there's a level of patience you can't have with somebody of your peers.
Okay.
You can be patient with people who are maybe older than you and much younger than you. But when you're dealing with somebody of your peers, because you're under the same influences, you can't bring the same level of patience. You have a little pressure.
You gotta have some pep in your step, baby.
That got a little less spicy. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, I'm using me as an example. I'm approaching 40 this year, right? I'm with any woman who's 40 or in the 40 range because we are under the same influences. You see? The things that influenced them influenced me because age range, right? So the music is going to be music from the late 90s and 2000s. That's what's going to influence us, right? So the things that we have to communicate about that are influencing us, that are connecting us.
That's right.
Are there. So there's no for the eight dates when we're already dealing with communicating about things that already influences us.
Already there.
They already exist, right? So what's the purpose of being patient with anything with somebody that you're already in the same age, weight? It's different when if I'm 40. And
I see what you're saying. So versus just mounting up to something, right, and trying to figure something out. When I'm in the same realm, we already know what this about.
Yes, because what happens is if I'm 40, right, and I'm
so the more patience will come with somebody that is from a younger
group. For example, if I'm 40 and she's 30, what influences her and what influences me are not the same things.
And that is I like this, BJs. Welcome to the morning show. And that right there tells you that, right? It's more like that person's gonna probably give you that you could, that from their perspective. Not that you haven't went through that in life, but
so what influences
identical, right? That's what you're saying, huh?
What influences me was DMX. What influences her is LaBaby. You see? But if she's my peers, DMX influenced her too.
Yeah, in the same realm.
In the same realm. So so she gotta have a little more pep in her step.
Right.
And a lot of ladies want to date within the same age gap.
That's it.
So ladies, when you're dating a guy in the same age gap with you, you're not afforded the luxury of patience. Because the things that influences y'all are already existing.
Right.
The political talks, y'all in the same political talks. Y'all in the same music talks. Y'all in the same movie talks. Y'all in the same media talks, right? the things that influences us, y'all in the same ages.
That's it.
One really don't know more than the other. We just really talking about our perspectives, but
Just different angles of life. Different.
angle, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's just a different angle.
So
right?
is that boring? That's boring now, right?
That's not boring. You just can't be patient. You can't have 8 dates with the same influences.
Because that becomes boring, right?
Yeah, that's just boring.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, though. So at that point down, if we're doing something repeatedly,
Correct.
okay, right, and we both in the same realm,
Right.
right? Now, it's not that I may know more than you or you know more than me, right?
Correct.
We just relate to so much alike,
I like because we're in the
right?
same.
Enough to know that our patience,
Ain't shouldn't coexist like this. You get what I'm saying?
because I know how women of your age, of our peers, act.
Correct.
Right? And if you're giving me a different type of energy,
Correct.
right, then that's a problem because I expect you to be a certain type of way. It goes back to that old saying when people say act your age, not your shoe size. That
Yeah.
part.
It
Yeah.
goes to the realm of, like, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
We older men, right? If we
Mhm.
go to a Pels game, we've been to a Pels game before. We was in a suite, right?
He's in a suite. Right.
That's what older men do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I may be, if I'm talking to a woman of my peers, right,
Mm-hmm.
getting lower bowl seats or
There you
getting
go.
is what our peers do.
Yes.
That's how we interact,
Yes.
right? Now, if I'm 25, them upper bowl seats is probably where we've been.
Yeah.
That's peer group. There's levels to this, right?
That's right. That's right.
So it doesn't mean that a woman 25 can't sit down low, but she's out of dealing with some sort of play on the team or something like that. Because that's for resourceful people, right?
Yes.
Them upper bowl seats, people who just trying to be in attendance,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what I'm saying is, if I'm a man and I'm near 40 and I'm taking you out to, and I'm dating a woman, my peers, I'm taking you out to the suite and I'm showing you people in my suite.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I'm playing with you.
Mm-hmm.
We here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't about to go do this and do something of this caliber again and do something that can. No, to not just to get no milk and cookies.
No, we're not gonna do that.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the patience is thinner with somebody of your peer group because the influences,
they already know what the expectations are.
Already there.
They're already there. So I can't act like you don't know because the don't know gives me the patience.
That's it.
You see? So
it's
the don't know that gives me the patience.
That gives the person the patience. So if I'm dating somebody 30, if I'm dating a woman who's 20, 27 and I'm 40, because we in two different influences realms, that's where the patient comes in at. Right? Now the natural attraction might be there, but it's patient with the other stuff because the thing that influences us, we're in two different lives.
That's it.
Because of our ages, right? Things starting to slow down for me, what things are starting to speed up. But in this case, if 25 and 26, y'all both in the same ages, you can't afford to be patient with this guy because just like you getting attention thrown at you, he getting attention thrown at him. And you want him to turn his attention off. Well, you got to do something
to stop that. Exclusive.
Right? You can't just say it because it's how you feel and what you want. That ain't how that switch gonna get turned off.
Right. What are you doing exclusive to make me want to stop that?
What are you doing
for me
exclusive for this man to want to turn this off? And the one thing that you can do when you're in those ages of 25 and 26 later to do something to make you want to turn this off is that you got to start behaving like a spouse.
That's right.
What do you mean? Well, I'm taking my time. I'm trying to figure out who. Shut up. No one gives a flip.
You
turn it off. That switch you talking about getting your life together. I want to, figure out my careers in this. You got to turn that switch off because they ain't about to get no man to turn this switch off about being.
It's not. It's not.
Ready and preparing yourself to be what he is looking for in a woman, not what you want to become as a woman. What he is,
right.
Woman. To turn this switch off, you got to make some decisions. Put your big girl pants on.
Yeah.
You want him to turn this switch up. You want him to be exclusive about you. Well, you got to be ready to be what he's looking for in a woman. So if you're not ready to become what he's looking for in a woman, it don't matter how you feel.
Right.
Because young women have been told that they got time on their hand. No, you got life is all ahead of you.
And it gets you fast.
But it gets here fast. And what happens is that you haven't been told that you got these choices to make and convert to decisions.
There's things in those quarters, B. Jelly. They better be done.
Quarters.
Them quarters.
Because when you get to the next quarter, no one cares. If you
That's
didn't
it.
expect you to know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you got to get to a place as a woman where if you're 25 and he's 26, okay, this is how you want him to respect and value these insecurities you have, then you need to be ready to become what he's looking for in a woman. Because you can't still want to be what you want to become in a woman, but him respect these qualities. Because now what you told him is that he got to sponsor and pay for you. And men who know how to they can pay for some things, they learn they can pay for another too. They're gonna get age.
Yeah. And let's be honest, B. Majority of these women like the same type of guy.
You gonna boomerang anyway.
You see? So this is why I tell women you better be prepared not to get caught in the hashtag danger zone. You know what I'm saying? This is the red pill world, baby. You see? Now listen, I got now with that being said, that woman 20-something years old, right? That's what they say. I don't, she got an old soul, could be. Let's take it for what it is.
Yeah, she did.
But at the same token, though, you know what I'm saying? My take on that letter is this here. He don't owe you no explanation about nothing.
Don't.
Right? Because y'all never crossed any bridge about nothing.
Nothing.
Right? You never had a real conversation till 6 weeks later up to nothing. Right? Matter of fact, you didn't really have this conversation still. Because you're saying that you're thinking about.
You're not do it, yeah.
Welcome to the morning show.
Right? And so, I mean, and we can speak from our circumstance, but around this time, we were 25, 26. We were husbands, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm using my own personal experiences as a portion of an example. When I was 25, I was a husband already. Like, I was married, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was approaching 27. I bought my first house at 27. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't have the kind of time for patience to wait. These are the ages at 25 and 26 where you need to be getting coupled, having children. These are the ages.
Yeah.
Right? So
I think what 25, 20, I think I was on my third property, B.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So these are the ages where you got to get serious about a relationship, get coupled, start having your children, because 30s present a new challenge.
Now listen. Now stop right there, B. Just 30 produces the new challenge.
New challenge.
Now listen. And that brings me to this, B. Right? This is what's going on. All right? About
whole of YouTube watching.
Now listen to me.
Okay.
We're going to call this the danger zone. Right? So the point I'm saying about this is what's going on. When women get to 30 and plus, right? Is it over for them? Okay. Now,
let's go.
Are they done? Right? Because we see when you get to a certain type of age, you got to do a certain type of thing. So the question is, when you said 30 a few minutes ago, it makes a lot of sense. Right? Because when you get to a certain type of age, you got to start thinking a certain type of way. And if you're still thinking about the old way, you're not understanding that you're 30, baby. Make it make sense. And this leaves us here. You see, B Jizzle, this here is what's going on when you get older. They got this thing that's going on 30 plus going on, right?
Right.
That's just done for you. Your damaged goods is what they're saying. Now let's pay attention. I want to see what it say, B.
In a deep hole of YouTube, watching one video after another that is telling me that
single women over 30 are damaged goods.
I am no good, and no sane man will want to be with a woman like me.
Or the girl you're thinking about marrying is, in fact, damaged goods.
You see? Now, I was just asking a question, right? About this damaged goods situation.
Okay.
All right? Now. What do you say about that video?
I didn't want to call a woman damaged goods at 30. I don't want to I don't want to say that because it's. I know what those men are saying, and to their credit, what they're speaking on is the experiences of her. She's had too many experiences where it doesn't allow her to be shaped and molded to what a man is looking for in a woman. There's going to be what they're trying to say. There's going to be much more resistance,
and it will be
in her for her to get shaped and molded to what men are asking for in a woman. Right.
So is it over for him though?
No.
Because hold on. The reason why I asked that question, in a way, they got a point.
In a way, they got a point. They're not incorrect at all. They're not incorrect.
Because as time go on,
true. But there's trueness to it.
Yes,
but
yes.
Truth.
Right. So. But to me, when I hear that, I see the damaged goods. There are damaged goods. Okay. So there are damaged goods.
Yes.
Right. From the moment up to this point.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But why you say that, Mongomery? Let me explain why I say that. Because whatever it was that got you here, right, in this situation, alone and wanting to be in a relationship, that's a damaged mindset.
Correct.
Right? Because you're still available.
Beliefs. Yep.
Right? So your beliefs got you here. So that damage goods, how I look at what they said, come from your mindset. You see what I'm talking about? Right? So, but you're not damaged goods going forward if you're willing to change. Now listen, a part of you, that part that got you here, must die.
Must die.
You see? That's got to go. Right. Now, what makes men be so confident and say there's damaged goods? Because Brandon, Brad Jones, B Jizzle, how many women actually change and work on what they say? Right? How many are willing to kill off the bad behavior that got them in a situation in the first place to be with the guy they need to be with? Forget the guy. To be the person they need to be to prepare themselves for the guy so he can choose her. You got that?
In addition to that, to add on to it, the reason why they're saying that damaged goods is primarily most of them already started families
at the age of 30.
They've already it's the probabilities gets smaller the older woman gets that she's not a mother already.
That's a fact.
Damaged goods. That's also part of their formula that you meet a woman and you got to become a stepfather before you even become a father. That's the first thing, right? Secondly. As the older a woman gets, the less children she wants to have. It's nature. Right. It's not naturally for a woman who's in her mid-30s or 30s to want to have a lot of children.
Right. But in today's time, that's just kind of like.
Well, no, they don't want to. Listen, in any time, women, as the older they get, don't want to be bearing children. Their bodies don't allow them to want to just bear children.
No. I got you. Absolutely.
So when you meet this woman, right, to have a family, you could get a child out of her. You can't get offspring, right?
That's it.
You generally got to start in her 20s.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not about to meet a 35-year woman thinking that we got to have 3 kids. That's a slim opportunity because for her to want to put her body through that at 35 and 40, no.
But then you got high risk and that situation becomes bad too. We know what that is too.
Telling her no, but more importantly, she's telling herself body-wise, I don't be in her 40s, 35 having a bunch of kids. So that time has kind of expired, right? So when they are damaged goods, you're not about to have you can have a child with her, but you're probably not going to have a family, right? Your legacy is not as healthy as if you're a younger woman when you can have children with.
So basically, when you get older, you get more experiences.
Yeah, and your body
more experiences.
Your body ain't gonna want to just go through that. So that's just not what it is. So you end up getting with a woman at 30, you could have 1 kid, but you can't get 3 or 4 or 5. That's something that she's gonna do in her 20s. So,
but when you think is a great age to have a child?
Early 20s.
Okay.
I would say, if I'm putting the age on it, I will probably say I'm saying the healthiest time in this marketplace today, a woman should be around 23.
23. Have a child.
20. And I'm not saying have a child. I mean, preparing herself to be a spouse, preparing herself to be a wife, and having a family. 23.
Okay. So let's speak about the child part though. I want to know when you think is a good age for a woman today to have a child.
In the early 20s, 22, 21, 23.
So around the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biologically, yes. Now,
Biologically.
social stuff like getting her degree, getting her education, starting a business, all this other stuff, those are just distractions from biology.
Because truthfully, around 25, you'll just be realizing how to be a mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other things are just distraction. I'm not saying that you can't want those things, you can't have those things, and I ain't saying you can't be that. However, if you keep putting off being a spouse and being a mother, you ain't gonna want to do this at old age, and that's why you see a lot of people having just one kid or two kids. Well, we started not 30, so we only got one or two.
Well, that's because they put their degree first.
They put everything else first, and
they didn't prioritize family.
And so, and to some of that, it's healthy because you want to build a connection between you and this person that you're dealing with. That's cool, right? You want to do some of that before children get in here. You want to have your own life before they start getting in here.
Yeah.
However, you gotta start having the children because it's biology. It's biology. Because the goal is to really live your life when they're gone.
Yeah, so that means you have to start young.
You have to start young. The goal is to live
like that
on. Like when they're gone, you start to live your life, and you at that age, your life starts to get a little different, and you probably maybe a potentially grandparent, and life.
There's stages.
There's the stages.
Our culture have children too late. That's true.
And because they have kids too late, they have too many little kids. Meaning like they don't have the families of 5 and 6 and 7. They're having the family too. And what it does is it allows every kid to believe that there's something they're not, which is special. Right? If you got just 1 or 2 kids, both of these 2 kids gonna think they're special.
Right.
So they approach the world and they're special. Versus if 5, they understand they gotta do things in a group setting. They learn group skills because it's not just about them. They're being them. So those kids end up going to school and having better social skills than kids who just won.
Yes.
Just won.
Yes.
Thing is about them when they get home.
Yeah. Me. Yeah.
Right.
It's true.
So it's one of those things. And no way is wrong or right. I'm just talking about the pros and the cons.
Yes. Right?
And so what happens is that those kids they develop in certain areas, but they lack skills in other areas. So you run into that kind of situation. To each his own when it comes to that, right? But you know is that it's difficult to leave legacy with very few kids.
That's the truth. That's the truth. But women don't look at that the same way. They're not in it for legacy. That's a man talking now.
Legacy dies faster with fewer kids. It dies faster.
Yes, it does.
Now, with a bunch of kids,
it lives.
Confusion because they don't know how to sort shit out.
Yeah, we wasn't raised that way. Yeah, you know how that go. You watch a family fall apart. Soon somebody pass away, everybody going to wall.
They don't know how to solve shit out.
No.
But legacy can still continue, right? But it dies fast when you just have 1 or 2 kids because once they're dead, if they don't have the kids, then it's just over. Then
so let me ask you this question. Do you think it's true that it's over for women? You see what I'm saying? When they get in their 30s.
No, because men still don't want to knock you off. So no, it ain't
so the question is, what's the probability of them willing to change?
Slim.
It's a possibility, right? What's the probability
Slim.
of them actually changing? So which means you're trying to tell me if 10 of them say they want to change,
I can
only 2 probably gonna make the commitment.
I would say 10 want a relationship with a man, 2 will get it. 2 will get it. And because one, but they're not being taught is that there's less men the older you get that are available.
Okay. So I was gonna get to that too, right?
Less men.
And then the older you get, that's even lesser men checking for you.
Yeah, and so yeah, and so that's the problem, right? You get
Yeah.
less men to pick from, then there's less men checking for you
Yes.
outside of the milk and cookies.
Yeah.
So if he ain't trying to clap them cheeks, I mean, it gets real less now. Like less diminishing finisher.
So we debunked that, right? It's not over. Women are not damaged goods.
No, but they depreciate it, and that's the part they don't like. That's the
So if something so
They
let me get this straight.
not damaged good. They depreciate it though.
Okay, so wait, not watch this. No. Something that depreciates.
Could be damaged goods.
All
but
right now.
like could be like
All
every
right now.
car is going to depreciate.
All right, because it could be damn. So this is a bad deal for women. Let's just be real.
Because they haven't been told.
Yes.
In addition to, well, women have not been told that they depreciate the
Yes.
long available. It doesn't make her damaged goods. It doesn't make a pre-owned car a bad car. It didn't make it damaged goods because it's a pre-owned car 3 years old with 70,000 miles. They make it damaged goods.
Right.
But
Right.
it depreciated still.
And
right?
it could have taken damage.
It-
You see.
Some will be and some won't.
See, so just writing them all off saying they're damaged. No, I wouldn't say that.
No, But it is a
But then
fact.
again, Brandon, you could say something about them is damaged.
We can't say for certain, which is a fact. It depreciated.
That's it.
What she
That's
can
it.
ask for now at 35, she can't. Her asking price
Mm-hmm.
at 35 can't be the same
Asking price.
at 25.
So
It's
basically,
depreciated.
okay. No, I get it. It's not the same. 30 ain't the new 20, or the new 40.
Correct.
Right. So basically you're saying to me the balance of power shifted when women gets older.
Yes.
You see
Because
it?
she appreciated. And
Because-
however, men have a tendency to appreciate, like the
because
house
a man don't get into his prime.
into his older ages.
So it's a role reverse. But see, women are not. See, this is the part that they're having a problem with their reality.
They're having a problem with this. They're having a problem with this.
You see?
They're
They
having
still
a
see themselves young, Brandon. Be jizzle. They see themselves like they ain't aging, baby. Right?
What women don't like to hear in these conversations is that men appreciate, women depreciate. Listen. I don't like women. I don't like me compared to no items. Well, bitch, get over it. Here's the deal.
No, hold on. Say that again. Say that one more time.
They don't like being compared to items. Like women don't like being seen as property. I'm here to tell you, get over it.
Mhm.
Women are
Appreciate versus depreciate.
Yes, men are houses, women are cars.
Pay attention, people. Men are houses. Women
Men
are
are houses.
cars.
Women are cars. What do you mean by that? A car depreciates from the time it's at its best when it was brand new. That's what its value. It's its peak. The more use and time on it, it wears and tears. Doesn't mean that it's damaged. It just depreciated.
That's
Right.
it. That's it.
When a house is built, right?
Mm-hmm.
You build a house from 2,000 square foot house
On the
It's
slab.
on slab, right? It's 300 grand, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
That is not its most valuable time for that house. Its most valuable time in the house maybe 15 years later.
Or 20.
It went 300,000 to 700,000.
That's it.
Right. Houses appreciate in value
Yes.
as its value, and it does, and it grows, right?
Yeah. It's
That's
the
what men-
opposite of a car.
the opposite of a car. A car depreciates. And what women don't like to hear is that they're the car.
That's it.
Ladies, I mean this with all disrespect.
Baby, brace yourself. Trigger warning.
Every one of you are cars. None of you are a house.
There ain't no Bentleys though, B.
No. It don't matter what car it is. Some women are.
I just want them to know that it ain't just Bentleys or nothing like high. We just
Some
regular
women-
cars.
Some women gonna be an Infiniti. Some gonna be a Mercedes. Some gonna be a Camry.
So they all ain't the same, B.
They all ain't the same, but they all a car still.
That's it. That's
Now
it.
here's the truth, ladies. You can jump from Camry to Mercedes.
Uh-oh.
make that-
Uh-huh.
you-
Uh-huh.
you- That move.
Yeah. You could.
But however, don't ever compare yourself to a house.
Yeah.
because the move I can make could go from 300,000 to 700, and I can still be the same house. You
can't
can
be
never
the same
go.
car. You
You
can
can never see. You
welcome to the morning show.
welcome to the morning show. You can never be the same car. You gotta become a new brand. You see, this is why they get the BBLs and everything else.
You got to get the BBL, B.
And everything else, right? They get everything else.
Real talk.
A man can stay in the same house, right, and appreciate and gain value. Right? He don't have to sell his house to get to 700,000 when it was 300,000 when he made it.
That's right.
A car, if she's trying to get more value in the marketplace as a woman, yeah, she got to go from a Camry to a Mercedes.
She got to get rid of that.
Cars.
Got to trade that in.
Herself.
That's
you see?
it.
To think that she's a Mercedes now because she was a Camry before.
Mm-hmm.
I can stay in the same house and go from 300,000 to 700. I mean, I could be the same man and go.
That's it.
She can't be the same woman to fucking appreciate, boy.
No, baby. Welcome to the morning show, BJ.
On the show. She can't be the same woman that appreciate like that, boy. Who the hell she think she talking to? Who she think she's selling? I ain't buying.
That's true.
And here's the fact, ladies. That applies to all. ALL. All women. Not some, not a little bit. All women.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody special, B.
None. Not one.
They all fall underneath those same pretenses.
They ain't one born yet that don't fall underneath that condition.
No exceptions.
No exception to that rule. You all are cars. Men are houses. And the faster we start understanding this fact, the second we can stop having division.
That's just true.
We can start doing some adding, some subtraction.
You know what? But that's so hard for them to swallow, B. Because society has sold them a bad bit of goods, and they bought in. You know?
Yes.
And so a woman mindset to get a BBL. I showed the video the other day.
You don't see men getting certain to get broader shoulders and broader chests. You see men doing that? No.
You don't. Nah, you're right.
He go lift some weights. He go work out.
He put the work in.
He can go from being 300,000 in the body to looking like a 700 in the same body. You got to go do all this here. Mm-hmm. You got to go get a BBL, the chest reduction, and all this stuff.
A lot of things, B.
Because a woman don't go from a Camry and appreciate as a Camry. It appreciate.
That's right.
But she want to be viewed different. She got to go get them. She got to change the Camry and go get a luxury car, right?
But even that at that price will depreciate too.
Every car depreciates.
So it don't really matter. I think the biggest problem we have is women not understanding the transfer of power. You know, when they get older, see, it transfers to men because men get better with time. And I'm not just saying that. I'm being real, ladies. Like a man really gets on his business, on his purpose, on his reason for doing things when he get older. Right? He's preparing himself to get to that place.
You ready?
You see?
You ready?
Talk to me.
You think they got more houses or more cars?
They definitely more cars.
Definitely got more cars. So
they definitely got more cars.
So they got more women than men?
Yes, they do. 3-1, sir.
All right.
Baby, make it make sense. Welcome to the morning show. That shit make a lot of sense.
I'm quite sure they're selling way more vehicles than they're selling houses.
And I tell you something else too. What's the average price of those cars?
They went up. Nah, they've increased in value. They got inflation in them now.
They ain't increased like no houses.
They ain't increased like no house.
You got that big pay.
But here's the thing. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You and I both know that there's way more cars being sold than houses.
There is.
But houses decide the market.
That's it. And cars don't.
Cars don't. Cars has its place. It's important. Mm-hmm. We're not going to dismiss it. But it's never been more valuable than a mortgage.
And it will never be.
Never be.
And you know what's so crazy about that, though? Before they allow you to purchase a house, you need to be able to show them that you can pay a car payment before they approve you for something that you haven't showed a track record for.
That's right.
Because the money is different.
Doesn't it
The
take
value is different.
Doesn't it take a longer time to buy a house than to buy a car? You can buy a house straight out cash, and it still takes you 3 weeks to close.
Yeah.
You can close on a car.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, 2 hours, give or take.
Done.
Same day.
Yep.
You can have the cash in hand,
That's it.
and it still takes you 3 weeks.
It's still a process. Welcome to the morning show. That's true, B. There's a whole lot more cars in society than the houses.
The problem that we have in these conversations with women, and I mean this with all disrespect, ladies, there's some of y'all who think y'all houses. No. You need to go find a man that's the house you're looking for. But you know house. And here's the problem. Ready for this? The man you're looking for in terms of the house, you may not be the car he wants.
And see,
You may not be the car he wants.
Now pause right there. I want to say something. I'm gonna read this, but I got a comment. I'm gonna repeat that. I like how you said that. Sorry, but the classic cars often increase in value over time, especially if they have high end. Not that much though. I get it though.
They're antiques.
The antiques.
So
they're rare.
So they're less than 1% of the population. They're like
They're rare.
0.00. They're not even rare. The word antique I'm gonna use because antique means beyond rare. They're plus 50. I'm not gonna no woman who's probably plus 50 thinking she's some fucking antique. No, you're not.
With the million kids.
Yeah, you all the dirt. Play that shit.
Look.
I'm talking about you, Central. I'm just talking about in general, right? But I wouldn't let no woman convince me that she is. Oh no, you just damaged goods out here.
No, because we got to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? But I like what she said right here, though. What she said, I wish you teach that to the culture, because that's why they can't get houses, because they value cars more than their houses. You know where that come from? You know, that come from wanting to look the part versus being it. You know, putting on, you know, and not thinking about the time that you really, the reality that you really put yourself off on the things that's really more important in life versus things that trash. We have a tendency of getting sold things when they don't have real value.
Correct.
You see, and we buy into that situation. You see, so, but like she said, with the culture, right? It's disturbing. Okay, it's disturbing. It is because we don't value the things that's valuable. We don't no more. You know what I'm saying? We will buy anything that the world's selling us, Brandon.
Yeah.
Right? Just to feel like we accept it.
Yeah.
You know? And that's also a problem that's going on in relationships, because these standards that come with these relationships based on what the society is selling.
What and this
I mean,
right? You gotta have a case where a woman is, let's say she made herself to be this Mercedes. And she's trying to attract this $700,000, $800,000, $1 million house because she believes she's a Mercedes. But he may not want a Mercedes.
You know what comes with the Mercedes, though? But you know what comes with the Mercedes?
Maintenance that a man don't want.
There it is.
So see, so that's what I'm saying. He may not want a Mercedes.
See,
he may care about just having a Camry
because it's less.
It's less maintenance because he up to be. Now here's the problem, right? Here's where the connection needs to happen, right? The man who may want a Camry is the guy who bought the house at $300,000 and it became $1 million. The man who bought it at $1 million may want the Mercedes.
Yeah.
You see? Hope you caught that. Man who built the house at $300,000 is now worth $1 million. May want a Camry. Now, the man who bought at $1 million may want the Mercedes. So, if you're a Mercedes and you want a man who's $1 million house, then you need to catch him when he bought the $1 million house, because he may want the Mercedes. You see what I'm saying? But the man who built the house and now the praise for $1 million, he don't want the Mercedes.
No, he in a different game.
He in a different game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They both for $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
but how they got here is not identical.
It's not the
So
same.
people want different things, and you need to know
Yeah.
why he's still driving this old Camry outside. Got this old beat up truck. He got a whole $1 million house. He should want no.
You know what's so crazy about that? Because we so focused on people perception, looking the par, like I was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Selling the image, selling the identity to people to make people believe we have more than what we actually have. You know, we too busy on the job of setting the illusion of something that's not real. And that's what breaks up relationships, you know, because everybody trying to put on, but not for the right reasons, right? Like I'm interested in this. I don't care what you're interested in. You see what I'm talking about? If I'm a man and I start explaining to you as a woman, right? This is what I stand on. It's not for you to tell me what I should be standing on.
Right.
Right? It's not for you to think you can teach me how to be a man.
How to be a man.
It's like when you have these conversations with women today. You're trying to, you know, talk up to their level, right? And they're talking down to you as if you haven't done anything.
No.
Well, how many women in society, Brandon? Let me ask you this question. Have this same mindset?
Well, here's the problem. They got too many women thinking they're luxury cars, and then now realizing they're regular cars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got too many women who are Malibus who behaving like they're some luxury vehicle.
A Bentley.
A Mercedes or an Audi, you know, BMW.
Yeah.
Just not cars.
Up
right?
down.
But really, in reality, you're a Versa. You're a Malibu.
But see, the world don't sell them that. And I think women been told that's a problem.
But see, here's their problem, right? That's their problem, right?
Yes.
You need to see it for what it is.
Yeah, you need to be able to identify.
You need to realize you're dealing with she was a rental car. What do you mean? The one that got bought from the manufacturer to the enterprise company, and they ran that motherfucker in the ground, and they sold it back as a pre-owned car.
Oh, I ain't never look at it like that.
Most of the women in clubs, and if you see these women bar hopping, they rental cars, homie. But you know the Bogues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's them.
That's them.
You see?
Wow.
And so,
damn. Welcome to the morning show.
The cars. When you place them properly, you get to do it a little different.
Yes, sir.
You a house, right? And some men are just old houses.
That's it.
And some men, you're new construction.
That's it.
And some men, hey, listen, and men here's the part about men need to get better at this too. Sometimes all because you became a new construction, it don't mean you appraise.
Yeah.
To 300, 400, 500, 600,000. Right? That don't mean you that. You had to go buy the house and build it over here to become that level of appraisal. You can't just go buy some brand new neighborhood, but she gonna appraise that. You not the guy who bought at 300,000 that's gonna appraise to me. Some men are not gonna appraise to that.
Yeah, it makes sense. No, it does.
You may appraise 1,000, but you're not gonna appraise to another 200, 300 grand.
No, you're not.
That's not who you are. You can appraise, but you're not going to appraise 3 or 4 times your amount.
So let me ask you this question. When do you think, right? When do you think women should be looking to get in relationships?
Early 20s.
Right? So have a child in your early 20s.
Yeah. Get married.
Okay? And get married and get in a relationship in your early 20s.
Early 20s.
So if a woman ain't been married in her early 20s and don't have a baby in her early 20s and she's in her early 30s, right? Trying to get a baby in her early 30s and get in a relationship in her early 30s.
You got to know what car she is as a man when you start meeting her.
So instantly, right then and there, we can identify that that's the problem.
Yes, because you got to look at her for the car she is.
The chapter, the quarter she skipped.
Yes, not just that, but she might be thinking that she's a car that she's not. She might
But
be.
most do. But
Avatar.
most do.
I'm a luxury vehicle, but in reality, she's just an Accord.
Most do be.
And so what happens is she goes out here approaching the marketplace as if she's still something of value. In reality, she's just an Accord.
Mm-hmm.
And they make a lot of Accords, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's gonna try to gauge with you. You gotta. The car needs to fit the car needs to fit the house. The house don't need to fit the car.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
And you the house. Does this car fit?
So that's a prime example why men say it don't matter what a woman makes, her money she makes.
It don't matter. She's a car anyway. Who gives a fuck?
You see? I see a lot of women try to sell like I'm independent. I'm just saying. Okay.
It don't matter. You just a car.
Right? You know, and they don't see that like that. You see? They don't see that like that, B.
Right. But a lot of women do that. And so it's just one of those things, right? So you got to decide, you know, as a man, what car you want in the driveway. You got to know who you are as a man to know what kind of car you want out there.
That's right. That's right.
And
That's
if you
right.
don't want out there, then you're going to be in trouble.
Now pause right there when it comes to the trouble. You see? Because see, now this is something I want to show you too. Because there is a time limit that you need to make decisions in life. To be in relationships, or you're going to find yourself in these ladies' situation. B. Jizzle, watch this.
Empty apartment, and I thought, God, I wish that I had someone who could just hold me right now. Like, I wish that I had someone who could just take care of me, because I have to take care of myself every single day, and it's fucking exhausting. And I just want someone to take care of me every now and then. I was driving home and I started feeling this like wave of depression and anxiety, and I wasn't really sure what it was related to or where it was stemming from. And then I got home and I felt like just so sad.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, she'll Corolla out you, being upset.
Now watch this. A Corolla. Baby!
I've been crying all day because I got sat on a plane next to a couple.
Now this is the reality of women who wait too long. You see? This is women now accepting their behavior, accepting their results, and mad at them.
Yeah.
And the whole time the guy had his hand on like his girlfriend's leg, you know, and it was just kind of like that the whole time. And I can't, like, I've been single my whole life. I'm 25.
Available. Never been in a relationship.
And
See
the
that?
whole life.
Whole life. Right? And this woman will make herself believe that she's ready for a relationship. But see, being available, right? Your whole life, haven't been in a relationship, there's things in that quarter you missed that you gonna need to have, baby.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I gotta get ready to run. I got a bunch of people. But she'll in the laundry out you.
Be just But listen, it's the reality of a lot of situations. You got to go be just Now listen to me, my people. We're gonna make that shit make sense.
Let me get on.
What you say, baby?
I got somebody to call me. I gotta get on out of here.
Okay, well, do your thing. Take care of your business, B. Jizzle. All right, baby boy. Now let me break that down. Let's go to that video because that makes sense to me right there, baby.
I've never gotten to experience that. I've never gotten like close to that. It's just too much. Like, it's too much. I can't do it anymore.
This is probably...
See, this is the reality of waiting too long, right? Before you strike. You see? And thinking that the world revolves around. See, when you get older, things starts to change, right? That reality starts to set in, and women are not taking it well. You see? So when you taking, like, just like we talked about the letter earlier, when you're taking that mentality of 8 to 10 dates to even have a conversation about something that you know that person is interested in having, right? Because like I always say, women control milk and cookies, men control relationships, right? So, but if you're not showing me that you see me like that, then I start to fall back from you because I realize from my experience, right, that you don't see me like that. Now, can a person be wrong? Absolutely, right? But that's the mentality of somebody that's older, all right? And so this is the reason why women get here, because they don't know when to get off the ship, right? They just stay in this mindset as if the world or somebody's coming to save them. They're not. You got to work on those things to become what that man needs you to be. Or else you're going to find yourself in your bed talking to this camera like this. Let's make it make sense, people.
This is probably the loneliest I've ever felt in my life. I just want like a girl gang. I just want like a group of girls to be friends with. I don't know. There's just something so fucking lonely about your mid-20s. I have people in my life.
See, mid-20s. So this is not older women at all now. See, the age from 18 to 31, they're the least likely to be in relationships today because those young men are not buying in no more. We have gotten to a place of hookup culture, allowing women to show images to men, and men starting to take that for what that is and not looking to respect them as such. In other words, is the hookup culture has ruined relationships. Because why would I say that I want to be with this woman when I know the mentality of the average woman around this age in society today, right? It puts a man at a disadvantage where he don't even want to deal with this. You see? So now the hookup culture have killed relationships. And now these young women who have the whole world in front of them, you see, it's feeling the effect of it now. Men are not out here chasing and actually, walking up to women no more. Because they got all the bad examples in the world that shows you that that's not a good example. That's something you should do. Make it make sense. So now we have this.
I do. But I don't know. It's just like a lot of weekends by myself, which is fine.
Now you think this woman can get in a relationship with somebody? The problem is not that a man would just not take you. The problem is, are you willing to change and be what you need to be for him so he can accept you? Men are not accepting women no more the way they're coming. That's over. You see? Men have bought into the illusion. We already know what it is and what it ain't. We got too much bad behavior on social media that shows us differently. That lets us know exactly what the mindset is. Well, I'm not like that. But see, it doesn't matter. Majority is. So what you going to do to separate yourself to not be in this situation? Don't let your age catch you.
I just don't like anyone. I don't trust anyone. I could be better about just like occupying myself, I guess, and like doing more things. I could have gone to the gym today. I decided to just sit around.
See, this is the hard reality that women got to face. That when you're getting older, and you don't have to be older, when there's more where you're wrong, it's gonna be harder for you to pull out what you want. Because being available and not having anything to stand on to make a man be attracted to you is not centered around you no more. The power has changed with the age of women today. And the reality is so hard for them to accept because they don't see themselves aging. Make it make sense. You see? We got to make it make sense, people.
But
can someone please explain that back in the day when I was like a solid 3?
Now listen to this mindset of this here. This is crazy. Peep this out. Listen to how she break this down and convince herself that, when she was ugly, not attractive, she was getting more play. But now since she's beautiful, listen to this delusion. Make it make sense.
guys wanted to date me. And now that I'm like less of a 3 and more of like a 6, like they just want to use me. But like,
Did you hear it? Now that she's a 6.
why? I used to have guys always wanting to date me when I was ugly.
You hear this? This the lies you tell yourself. It's nothing about her bad behavior. It's nothing about her beliefs. It's her saying she's pretty now. So now men don't want her. What? Make it make sense. Hashtag what? Delusional mindset. Baby, we got to make that shit make sense. But you will tell yourself this here, right? So you don't start working on the problems that you need to fix about you, truthfully. And you're going to get the same results. Listen to this.
Now that I'm less ugly, not a single one. I get into a situationship and they go, sorry, I'm just not looking for something serious. Like, why? Like, do I have to go back to being ugly again to get a boyfriend? Or what's the problem here?
You see what I'm saying? She's trying to sell that to her own mind. She's making that become her reality when it's not. It's bad behavior and beliefs that keeps men away from women. And it doesn't matter if you're ugly or not. Or you're willing to work with the person that you say you're interested in. You thinking they need to conform to you. That's not what it is. You don't have a relationship. See, this is why she's saying all this to try to build her confidence up, talking about she's pretty now. Well, maybe your beauty in your mind went to your head. And that's the reason why men don't even see you as that. Because you're only beautiful at that level to yourself. You got to worry about how the men look at you. That part. You see? You telling a man and making him seem like that this is it. I'm this, I'm that. Okay, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how you look at yourself. But you're not in the business of being with yourself. So I suggest you start trying to listen to the people on the other end who you're looking to be with. That's the reason why you're alone. You see? You got to stop lying, baby, to yourself. Ain't gonna help nobody. What? Ain't gonna help nobody. Ain't gonna help nobody. The mentality ain't gonna help nobody.
I don't get it.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing lonely girl shit. Can someone please have a crush on me?
Can someone please have a crush on me? These women are losing their minds. They're losing it. Boy, 1 out of 6 is on antidepressants. I know you see some of this behavior is serious. You see? But this is all from waiting so long to get in a relationship. You see? We got to make this shit make sense, people. In real life.
Lonely! What does a lonely girl do on a Sunday night, you ask? Oh, I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory by myself, and I'm going to sit at the bar, order a meal for myself next to all the other dads who have gone through a divorce, and it's not their
You hear that? It's not that night.
night of custody. Just realized that made it sound like I did not have a significant other. I do have a boyfriend. He is just, in fact, working.
So now, this woman have a boyfriend. So she say, but he's working. But yes, she's asking, can anybody have a crush on me? Women are doing any and everything for attention. This is a prime example. If you're in a relationship with somebody, shouldn't your time be with them? But since you don't have time, he don't have time because he's focused on his purpose, right? You're outside yelling, can somebody have a crush on me? This is a woman who's ready, willing to cheat right now. Because attention is the only thing that makes her get up. You see? You have a guy, but you yell out the window. Why? Because you're still lonely. You see?
As if sitting at the Cheesecake Bar alone wasn't a giant red arrow that says, this girl's lonely.
And it is. Because just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you're happy in one. This is the lie that America make people believe, and they start walking around as if it's true. Being in a relationship, right, doesn't mean you're happy. There's so many people who fake it until they make it, and they never make it what it need to be. That's why they eventually get a divorce. You see? We got to make it make sense, people. Right? But that's the reality of a lot of things. You see? Take a look at this woman. She's losing it. Why? Because she's seeking validation. That's why she yelled out the window. Can anybody have a crush on me? You see? Any intention that she can get, a man can be with her. It's just that easy. Welcome to the morning show, people. What? We got to make this shit make sense. You hear me, people? We got to make it make sense. That part. Let's go, baby.
I will be wearing this cat sweater out tonight, so people are like, wow, she must really be lonely. It's just her and her cats. I've paired it with a little mini skirt so we can feel a little bit better about ourselves.
Crazy.
Shoes, let's do this fun little creeper moment all by myself.
This is crazy. Listen to me, people. The mentality and the mindset of women today, they are losing it. They are losing it. They are losing it, baby. What you say? Eventually, she'll be able to get her hologram man to give him all the attention she needs. Laugh out loud. Poor thing. It's the mentality, bro. Hashtag the lies we tell. Hashtag what? Attention is needed. Women are seeking validation even if they're in relationships. So we ask the question that, you want to be with a baller. You want to be with a person that stand on purpose. You want to be with a guy who's a high earner. Yeah, but that comes with him actually, giving his time away and standing on business. I don't know where this idea comes from with women today, thinking when a man is a high earner, making money on his purpose, that he got all his time available for you. No, he got a business to run. And a lot of women want this from men, but they don't understand the other side of it. It's just that what you think works. But that's not the truth. That changes, the whole narrative changes all the time. Hashtag delusional mindset. You see? This woman out here yelling and cutting up, and she's in a relationship. Somebody please make me understand. What's the problem? She ain't getting the attention. You see? That's the problem. You got to make that shit make sense, people.
Are absolutely out your goddamn mind if you think I will be putting on makeup for this outing, but I will in fact be putting in a bow. This is how I'm going out.
I live alone. I am super introverted.
Now listen to this lady here. She says she live alone. Pay attention. She live alone. Okay. And she's happy. She's learning how to deal with this. She says this comes out of her mouth. Pay attention.
In a bow. This is how I'm going out.
I live alone. I am super introverted, independent. I literally work from home. I do every single thing in my life by myself because I'm not in a relationship anymore, and that took some getting used to for sure. Now I enjoy my downtime, but
now she enjoys her downtime. She's introvert. She stands on her own. She's independent. Got that? Make it make sense.
There are totally times and weekends, Friday nights, where I wish I had friends or even a boyfriend to.
See how she contradicted herself? That's how you feel. There is not times. That's how you feel. You made this video because you realize that bad behavior is crazy. Hashtag modern women. Make it make sense.
Do stuff with the same routine gets old after a while of just being by yourself, and it's hard. A lot of my friends are late 20s, 30s, married, engaged. The rest of my friends live in other cities throughout the country or farther away, so it's just hard. It's
how reality is setting in. See, a lot of these women want to be in relationships. This is what this is telling you. But they still want to maintain the mindset that they have. Being single and being in a relationship, that don't go together. You see, you got to learn how to jump on his page if you expect that situation to be anything. You being independent, he being independent, this and that and that, but yet you want him to actually treat you like a lady, but the way you move is like a guy. You see, all I heard is what she do. She. And then she turned back around and says, but I wish I had somebody who want that. You see? The delusional.
So hard, and even my family, they live like an hour away.
Or there are some people out there who they're not interested in a relationship and they want to be by themselves. But like, that's not me, and that's never been me. I have always wanted to be in a relationship, even though I've never been in one.
Did you hear that? She always wanted to be in a relationship, but she never been in one. Make it make sense, people. These women have lived out their hot girl summer days. And now this reality of them getting older and men not checking for them no more is sinking in. This woman says she wants to be in a relationship, but she never been in a relationship before. It means that the things that she needed to learn in those quarters, she didn't get out of life. So now she's looking for a man to take her on, right? And how can she be an asset to him in any kind of way? Especially if you have a mindset of thinking that it's about you. When you haven't showed what you can do so he can actually take you on. What makes you special? You see? What makes you special? That's the thing. A lot of these women haven't been in a relationship. They just have the idea of what it should be. Pay attention to what she said just now.
Interested in a relationship and they want to be by themselves. But like, that's not me, and that's never been me. I have always wanted to be in a relationship, even though I've never been in one.
So how you never been in a relationship? That's something you want to be in. I know you've been with guys. I know that part, right? So what part of this situation I'm missing about you actually, being cooperative enough for a man to see you? See, you don't have a relationship to give. And this is what these women are starting to understand. You see, the milk and cookies is what you have, but a relationship is something that a man have to give you. This is something that she want, but listen to me. You got to change your behavior, baby, to get different results. Because what a man don't want, evidently, is what you giving him. Because that's the reason why you're not with a man. Men are looking for women, right? But we are looking for a different type of woman. You got that? And that's the problem.
And even though I'm comfortable by myself and I can do things alone.
See, she's trying to sell it to herself again. She's all over. You see? I don't want to do this. I'm in this and that. A lot of my friends this and that, but I want to be in a relationship, but I never ever been in one, but I can do it by myself, but it's just everywhere. Make your mind up, right? Because see, when you go back and forth like this here, right, that lets a person know right then and there that you really don't know what you want. If you really want something, you got to cut off the something that you've been doing that eliminates you from getting it today. That part, you see? Are you willing to do that to change your outcome? See, it ain't about the man, right? It's about you at that point being cooperative or working with one. You see? That part. You never been in a relationship. But yet you've been in a lot of relations. So what we doing? You can't say you want something if you're doing the opposite. Make it make sense.
But like at a certain point, it gets like really sad doing things alone. Like I've traveled alone to so many places because like if I don't go by myself, I'm not gonna go. If I don't do things by myself, it's not gonna happen. But at the same time, like it's so much fun to be able to like share that with someone else. And
now how she know that? She never been in a relationship with nobody. Because she been on trip with a lot of bodies. You got that? She got experience. Why is it so much fun to be with somebody? When you say you never been in a relationship with anybody, but you've been on a lot of trips with a lot of bodies. Listen to me, people. People tell you who they are. And now that the situation ain't hitting the same, and you ain't going on them trips no more, now you're looking at the situation saying, oh my God, what am I going to do? 1 out of 6, baby. That's depressants.
Like, everyone I know is in a relationship right now. And like the majority of them have been in relationships for like a long
See, the majority have been in relationship for like a long time. Why you ain't getting none?
Long time. Like this is established. And I just like, I feel like I've always been alone and I don't want to be. And I don't understand why this is happening to me. And I don't know. I like can't take it anymore.
You see? A lot of these women is facing a reality, and it's crazy to them. And they can't really just like digest it now because it happened all so fast. Well, what you mean, Uncle Red Pill? See, when you realize that your mentality started to change. And when you decided that you wanted to be in a relationship now versus have relations, right? You got to change those old ways. You got to kill a part of you so you can open up to accept a new part of you where you're trying to go. You can't take where you come from, baby. You got that? And place it where you're trying to go. It's not going to happen. See? You got that, baby? We got to make this shit make sense. Let me go repeat. Let me give you my final thoughts, my people. Okay? Listen to me. I showed you letters today. I showed you different things today. I showed you how men say, women get a certain age, it's over for them. Well, it's not. It's a part of you got to go. You can't keep the same behavior expecting different results, right? So you got to be willing to change. Now, if you're not willing to change in your older days because there's no reasons to, because that's just who you are, then I'm here to tell you right now, baby, you are considered damaged goods. Because that's not because where you come from. It's because you don't want to do more or accept a different role, right? Because how you got here today makes me look at this situation and say, that's the reason why you're damaged goods. If you're willing to change, right, and work on yourself to work with somebody, then you're never damaged goods. But if you think that that man needs to be on your page and he have the relationship to give, then you are damaged goods because you're not willing to understand a man, right? You steady just talking to one, but you're not willing to learn one. And I'm telling you, right? A lot of these women that's in these situations like this, they feel this way. Okay? But if you really want to be with a man, you got to change your bad behaviors to get a different outcome. You see? And any woman that goes on a date with a man for 10 dates, you have no right, no authority, nothing at all to ask him anything about anything sexually. No, you don't. That's not the conversation you should have because you and that person ain't on that page. You see? You got to stop ignoring the elephant in the room. But then you don't want to ignore it when you don't want to ignore it. But we all know that it's in the room. But when you're ready to talk about it, because if a man talks about it, then he's trying to do something malicious to you, use you, take you advantage of you. No. So men just leave it alone, right? Because you never brought it up. But we know the elephant in the room still here. In relationships, why we act like we don't understand, biology is always at the forefront. And the fact that we got to play like we don't understand and acknowledge that, it's a problem going forward with leverage. You see? In order for make relationships work, you got to be willing to do the things that you didn't want to do before because you're still single. If you're thinking you can keep doing the same things you've been doing before and your results is you being available and you're not willing to change that, then for a lot of men, they're going to look at you as damaged goods, right? So you're not dead. It doesn't matter about none of this situation. But if you're not willing to work with one, then you're through. Far as that go. But your life goes on to be whatever you want it to be. But a lot of people want relationships for men and still be the same way they are. And men is not accepting that the more. Baby, we got to make it make sense. That part, people. You see what I'm saying? We got to face our reality. We got to face our reality. And it's hard for people to actually understand that because that's not something they had to do. But in today's time, you better. Listen to me, my people. Make it make sense. Hashtag, what you say? Independent mindset. Hashtag what? Men give relationships. Hashtag, are you that type of woman? Are you willing to do the things you need to do to change? Because if not, it don't matter what I say. Hashtag, are you willing to change your outcome by changing bad behavior? Hashtag, facing reality and not making excuses, being accountable for your actions. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to stand on that no matter what it is? If it's wrong, it's wrong. It's right, it's right. That's the point what men look at. And this is my final thoughts, my people. So check it out, peeps. Holla at your peeps. Send me them video, letters, and posts. Baby, we be back. You know why, baby? Brandon Fred Jones came in the building. He did his little dizzle. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna try to keep this show, keep it coming, keep it live. But at the end of the day, if you want something to change, you got to look to change your behavior when it comes to relationship. If you want something to change and you think you can stay the same, then that's insane. You see, relationships only grow with two people. And if one thinking the other one ain't that, then you don't belong together. You see, you got to get on a page with the person you want to be. Well, he don't do this, but that's not your guy. Well, I want to try to make him know you're not raising him. He got a mother. She did that. You see? Stop trying to coach men as if they don't understand what their role is as a man is. Baby, welcome to the morning show, because all the masculinity in today's time tells women other time. Tell them different stories. And that's the reason why we have problems, right? He got a role, you got a role. Can we both play our role? And if that happens, then we can have relationships. But if you're going to tell a man how a man should be a man because you've been a woman acting like a man, then you're going to always have problems. And those videos I showed you, they for you. Baby, welcome to the morning show. Thank everybody for coming out, baby. We got to make this shit make sense. You know why? Welcome to the morning show. Hey.